and welcome to the December 15th edition of TV3 News Journal. I'm Carla Beard. The Christmas season has officially arrived in Fayette County, and there have been several sightings of Santa Claus. Our first story takes us to the Everton Volunteer Fire Department for their first ever Breakfast with Santa.
This morning is our annual breakfast we usually do in September, but we ended up postponing it, and we're going to do something a little different with Christmas Breakfast with Santa this year.
This is our first time actually doing the Christmas with Santa, so we're hoping to make it a yearly thing and continue to be back and do it year after year, and see the community and have them come out and visit with Santa and have breakfast.
Hi, we're here at Everton Volunteer Fire Department today, and we're having our breakfast with Santa. We thought we wanted to do one more thing this year for the community and the kids of the community. Santa did arrive early this morning, so there's a little bit of a cold ride in, but he has here. Many kids have came in to see him, brought their Christmas list with, and they have ate breakfast and had a good time. We're glad to see so many people. This is going to be our last event for this year, but we will start right back up the first of next year. We start our events actually in April. The last weekend of April, we start with our fishing tournament that we put on every year, and we go from there. And our last event will be just before the 1st of July. So we have several events. I believe there's 6 events that we'll be doing for fundraisers. We appreciate the community, everyone in it that comes up and helps with the events. Not only the firefighters, but we have a lot of community members that step up and say, I'm willing to come up and help with that event, which really helps us out greatly. And we appreciate everybody, everything they can do for us very much.
The Fayette Community Foundation sponsored candy canes and cocoa on Friday, December 3rd. Visitors enjoyed music, lights, and refreshments from Daniel Girl's Farmhouse Restaurant. Foundation Executive Director Alexandra Flug talked to us during the evening about how things were going.
Yeah, so we're just really pushing and supporting the idea of giving in the last 2 months of the year. So we're calling it our Winter Giving Campaign for November and December. We want to really encourage people who might be thinking about charitable giving to think about doing that before December 31st. And so this event is part of that, but not just for that. So it's called our Candy Canes and Cocoa event. We've never done it before, so it's brand new. Of course, we have candy canes and hot cocoa to give out.
It looks like we're starting to have a decent turnout. Plenty of people coming out. Stopped over and saw Santa earlier at the Santa shop, so it's been a good night.
It's going really well. So I think people are really nicely trickling in. We have the Santa house. It's not ours, but Discover Connorsville is having the Santa house just a block over. So I think that's bringing some people. I think we're kind of playing off of each other here. And the Railroad's having their event. The Whitewater Arts Association's opening tonight. So right now it feels like there's a good number of people here. Every time I look up, it looks like there's somebody new. So I think it's going well. We are encouraging donors who might want to give to the foundation to attend and maybe bring a gift. But it's open to the public. It's family friendly. We want to bring some joy to the community in this cold season, although it's abnormally warm today. And so anybody who wants to give, we hope that they come, but we also hope that people who just want to enjoy each other's company come as well. So.
Crossroads Brass Band brought a free concert of holiday music to Connorsville on Sunday, December 5th. Connorsville natives Lori Dickerson and Barb Quante, longtime members of the band, spoke to TV3 about their participation. We also spoke to the director, Dr. John Nowarta.
I am the artistic director of the Crossroads Brass Band here in central Indiana. We've moved around quite a bit, but our home pretty much is in Indianapolis. But that said, we still love to travel around the state and, as a community group, reflect the idea of sharing music with various communities. So when we were asked if we wanted to come and do a holiday concert here in Connorsville, we jumped at the chance.
I've been with the band for about 7 years, and I can't tell you how many different meeting spots we've had. We started out in Franklin. We went to the park when the pandemic was happening. Then we're at Greenwood Mall. We were at a middle school. Now we're at another middle school out by the airport.
We were at the Irving Theater, too.
In Irving Theater, yeah. So
We get around.
my favorite one is the one that we're going to end with. It's called the Russian Christmas, and I just get goosebumps when I just think about playing that. I'll tell you, from a horn player's point of view, everything is black when I get done because it takes a lot of air, and it is just such a powerful piece. That's my favorite.
It's a very powerful piece.
Santa Claus visits downtown Connersville every Friday and Saturday evening through December 18th, sponsored by Discover Connersville. We spoke with him and with Amanda Falk, organizer of the event.
It was a combined effort. The city department came down and brought the bucket truck, and he got up in the bucket, and I told him where to place everything, and he did a beautiful job. It's been a little slow tonight, but I think once people have now seen Santa and everyone down here, I think that they will start turning out, and Santa will be here on Fridays and Saturdays from 5 to 7 from tonight through the 18th.
Some of the reactions, the kids have no filter. So it just some of the things that some of the kids say or some of their actions is what's funny. That's why we're here. We're here to bring cheer and happiness. The favorite part, I believe, in being Santa is just seeing the happiness and the expressions of the children. Ho, 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 Merry Christmas.
Over the past 27 years, retired CHS choir teacher Lynn Kennedy has assembled a group of friends to share music during the holidays. We caught up with Lynn as he got ready for this year's program at First United Methodist Church.
We started out quite until about 5 years ago, and because of the parking there and the steps that were prohibited for most of our folks that are older, we decided to ask if we could be here, and so we moved here when our friend Carol Lou, the well-known pianist in the area, was still here at that time. So it's finding new friends that are with us. Usually I'll say, well, how many are here for the first time? And there'll be a few hands go up. And we think, well, how could that be with 27 years, you know? And 55 different presentations we've done in those 27 years.
On Thursday, December 16th, the Fayette County Food Council and Gleaner's Mobile Pantry will sponsor a drive-through Christmas event, including food, family resources, and Christmas treats. The two groups are working in conjunction with other community organizations as well. Communities That Care and Meridian Health are making goodie bags. The Food Council and the Children's Bureau are working together to hand out stockings. The National Guard will also participate. The gates to the former Kmart parking lot at 2500 Park Road will open at 2 p.m. Distribution runs 3 to 5 p.m. No ID will be required for this event. On the night of December 16th, live reindeer will be on hand when Santa comes to Roberts Park. Sponsored by the Connersville Parks Department and Duke Energy, the event is scheduled from 5 to 8 p.m. and will feature carols by the Connersville High School Choir, ornament painting for children, carriage rides, and refreshments. Parking will be available in the 14 acres. Admission is free. There will be one final opportunity to see live reindeer in the community. Woodland Bible Church is hosting a Meet the Reindeer event on Sunday, December 19th from 12 to 2 p.m. The event is free and will include a roaring fire to warm yourself by, along with hot cocoa, hot dogs, face painting, pictures with Santa and the reindeer, storytelling, and a coloring corner. Woodland Bible Church is located at 835 West County Road 330 North, which is Harrisburg Road. Everyone is welcome to attend the 10:30 a.m. children's program service prior to the event as well. If you have story ideas or would like to be part of the TV3 News Journal team, contact Station Director John Powsey at 825-3245 for more information. Thanks for joining us, and as always, we end the show with Brad Coulter, Looking Back. Good night.
Hi, I'm Brad Coulter, and this is Looking Back. Judging from the reaction of historic Connersville Museum visitors, one of the most shocking facts they discover is the fact that Connersville played a large role in the construction of the Twin Towers in New York City. Between the years of 1968 and 72, One World Trade Center was built and became the world's tallest building for 2 years, passing the Empire State Building. Planning had been going on for as much as 30 years when David Rockefeller came up with the concept of locating many financial firms into a cluster of buildings and calling it the center of world trade. Many innovative techniques were used there for the first time on a large scale. Slurry walls for the basements and wind tunnels were just a couple of these. The New York Port Authority oversaw the construction of the two 110-floor structures. They were designed as framed tube structures so the floor plans could be open and without columns. The elevator system used sky lobbies and a system of local and express elevators, all new ideas. Connersville became involved in the project as Custom Extrusions, now known as Hydro, was brought in to extrude the windows. The extrusions were cut into pieces at H.H. Robertson and sized to be used as the frames for the 44,000 windows in the two towers. This work took 2 years to complete in the old D&M rack plant building leased from Sam Riggin Street. Glass was brought to Connersville and small mock-up windows were constructed for testing, which was done at Robertson's main plant. Ron Wood, an H.H. Robertson employee, museum volunteer, and former historic Connersville president, remembers the testing continued throughout the construction project. The Superdome in Louisiana, Astrodome in Houston, and Market Square Arena in Indianapolis were all projects worked on by H.H. Robertson. Sam Harvey describes a product called a curtain wall used on some of these projects. Examples of those products still exist in Connersville. The Connersville Utilities Water Plant is an example, as is Connersville High School. Please visit the museum at 200 West 5th Street in Connersville to see this display and many other Connersville-related and constructed items.